This is the SJCAM 5000X. This is the Elite. It's the latest one. It's the one that records in 4K. I had a lot of questions come up on my last video about this camera. Now I just have a couple of things that I want to mention here. So this light, it blinks when it's recording, and you could change that. It's under the settings. You could switch that, but if you don't, just as a warning, and you have it on, let me see if I can find it.
Light set.
Light settings, set, whatever you want to call it. I have it off, only because, I'll show you, when you have it in the waterproof case, and you slide this sucker in, it reflects the light coming off of here, and it goes into the plastic, shoots up here, and you can constantly see a little blinking light. And let me get out of this menu.
It's hard to control when it's in this.
You get a constant blinking light in the lower right hand corner. It's very, very annoying. So that was the first thing I did as soon as I got this. I have tried, now it says it takes select 64 gigs and a 128. I tried 64 gigabyte micro SD card from SanDisk, which is the same exact one as this. You know, the standard SanDisk Ultra. I switched it to the 32 gigabyte that I had in my cell phone and gave my cell phone the 64 gig, because while it worked, it would record, but when you wanted to go and play it back, so if you went into the menu and hey, let's see that thing that I just recorded, you go into here and it would say no media, or whatever error it would normally say. It wouldn't be there. There was nothing. A couple of other things that I've noticed. Let's see. Let me go into the setup. So for the resolution, everything works. This, I did VGA. Here, I'll show you. I set it to VGA. And say I wanted to do slow-mo. I want to do nice slow-mo, like 8 times slower than it should be. Alright? So we go out of this. Go into here. Alright, so slow 8x. So let me try recording. Oh, of course it works now when I'm trying to show how it doesn't work, and it seems to be working fine. Now I haven't tested this since I switched to the 32 gigabyte micro SD card, so clearly it works with the 32 gigabyte SD card and not the 64. Who knew? Alright, let's see. Now let's see if we can play that back, see if it actually seems to be in slow motion here. Wait, where the heck was it? There's another odd thing about this. I can never tell the order of files. Boy, that really looks slow-mo. Oh, I gotta hit play. That is very choppy. That is not smooth slow-mo. That is definitely not those high frames that the VGA claim to be. It's not. It might be recorded in 140 or 240 frames per second, but I would say most of those frames are exactly the same. The thing that I noticed when you're recording, so let me go back to the regular recording. Say I want to record in, you know, standard 1080, 60 FPS. Let me shut off the slow-mo. Okay. And I wait, just so this works faster.
Let's see.
Screensaver, here we go. I'm going to set this for 30 seconds. Alright. And I'm going to start recording a video. So I'm gonna just fast forward through this, but you'll see in 30 seconds the screen will go out, and then when I turn it on, pay attention to these numbers up here. Okay, so it's been less than 30 seconds, and then the screen went off. Let me turn it back on. Oh, still seems to be counting. Okay, this was another problem that was resolved just by going to the 32 gigabyte flash drive instead of the 64. Before, if the screen went out and I pushed the button to turn the screen back on because I wanted to see what was going on, it would actually stop recording the previous one and start recording a new video, which I thought was very strange, but that's what it did. I'm starting to wonder if all these bugs that I had found were only with the 64 gigabyte flash drive. I know for a fact that video lapse did not work whatsoever. Like with the 64 gig, I would hit the go button and this thing would just keep flashing. It wouldn't record anything. It would just be like, it would say 1 second and then die. 1 second, die. 1 second, die. And it would actually record tons and tons of 1 second videos that were very useless. Well, let me see. This seems to be working fine, but before it just didn't do anything. So that's another thing that works with field of view works. The settings on there seem to be working just fine. Gyro sensor, I have that off because it does some weird things. So I noticed it while I was driving. I was recording myself driving and I would make a left turn. My car would continue to go straight, but the video on here, it would be like, it's here, and then it would slowly shift over, and it was really strange, and I did not like what it was doing. If you are buying this because it has a gyro sensor, I wouldn't bank on it unless maybe they're getting new firmware updates, because that just, I don't know. I will give it that it was smooth. But another weird thing is when you're recording and you are driving straight, it was going like this. It was bouncing left and right. I was like, what the heck? So I just, yeah, shut it off like I said. This is the version 1.1 for the firmware. Let's see, frequency, I have no idea what this does. I could change it, why not? Beep sound, I like the beep. Auto power off. I like to have it for 3 minutes. Setting up the date and time. There's a lot of languages. Here's another issue. I set my license number on here, right? And I assume that when you set your license, which is not there, and then you switch it to car mode, it's supposed to display your license right down here in the lower left hand corner. Funny thing, it did that for every single video. No matter what. If car mode was on or off, it would still have it. I don't know if that's a bug just because I had a 64 gigabyte flash drive, or if it was just the firmware itself. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. The delete function also did not work on the 64 gigabyte. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's see, what else? Motion detection, it works. If the camera's on, something walks by, it starts recording. Great if you want to use it for security, maybe stick it on a wall or something. I don't know. It's fun. Date stamping, when you're gonna get this, like most people say, just shut it off because it'll always have the date on every single stupid little video or photo that you have, and it's very annoying. I have not tried the TV out. I don't know what, oh, obviously those are the TV modes. I just never tried. I have no clue what OSD mode is. I probably should have done a little bit more research before doing this. Image sizing, that's just for taking photos. White balance, that's what white balance is. You could change the ISO, change the exposure, burst mode. I have not tried. Hey, let's try this. 10 photos.
Let's go to photos. Go burst mode.
I assume this is burst mode, yes. It shows a little 10 right up there. And if I do this, oh, interesting. What if I move it while I'm digging it? Alright, let's see. Let's see what kind of results we got here. Playback. Yes, that's a lot of photos. Let's look at them. Why is there a play button? You can't play it. Oh, am I going the wrong direction? What's going on here? Like, the controls on this are just very confusing. Let's see. Nope, wrong direction. Okay. Oh, okay, so yeah, it does burst photos. Seems to work. Oh, cyclical recording. I don't know, some people might like this. I find it annoying. You can make it so it just records chunks of videos at 3, 5, or 10 minutes. That would be nice if I had video editing software and I could piece them all back together, but I don't. So, I do believe it automatically comes with cyclical recording on. So if you don't want that, you have to go in there. Don't know what that is. That's the field of view. Oh yeah, that's it. As far as my thoughts on this, or what works and what doesn't. I haven't really obviously tried TV out. I don't have the cable for it. I guess it's micro HDMI. Not sure. I like how the light from the screen just is shooting out of the side here. The Wi-Fi does work. There is a slight delay on my phone when I'm using it. But that's really no big deal. Photo lapse, I have not tried. I don't see the point of a photo lapse, especially if you can do a video lapse. I guess, yeah, take a photo every 5, 10, 3, 20 seconds. Well, yeah, as far as this camera goes, it is fun to use. It does take pretty good videos. I believe I uploaded one that's in 4K, and I also have uploaded one in 1080p as well. Yes, just had to double check that. But yeah, hope I could have answered some of your questions about this.